Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the thrilling world of junior swimming as we break down the 2026 US Junior National Championships. Now, I know what you're thinking, 2026. Isn't that a bit futuristic? But trust me, the talent on display here is already making waves, and it's worth every second of your attention. Let's jump right in. First off, let's talk about the boys' 400-meter freestyle, where Kai Joyner is the top seed. Personally, I think this race is a perfect example of how early dominance can set the tone for an entire meet. Joyner's prelims time of 3 minutes and 53.33 seconds wasn't just fast, it was a statement. What makes this really interesting is how he and Joey Edie, who swam a 3 minutes and 53.78 seconds, battled it out in the same heat. If you take a step back and think about it, this kind of head-to-head competition in prelims is rare and gives us a sneak peek at what the final will look like. In my opinion, this race could be a turning point for both swimmers, especially with Joyner aiming to solidify his position as a rising star. Now, let's shift gears to the girls' 200-meter backstroke, where Lane Francis and Rowan Wilbur both qualified with sub-2:14 times. What many people don't realize is that Francis entered with the fastest seed time, but it was Wilbur who secured lane 4 for the final. This raises a deeper question: does lane assignment really matter in a race like this? From my perspective, it's less about the lane and more about who can execute their race plan under pressure. Francis took off like a rocket, leading from the start, but Wilbur's comeback in the latter half was impressive. Francis held on to win with a 2 minutes and 11.72 seconds, but Wilbur's 2 minutes and 11.83 seconds silver medal swim shows just how tight this race was. A detail I find fascinating is Claire Wilkie's performance. She scratched into the A final and came in third from lane 8, completely smashing her entry time. What this really suggests is that sometimes, it's not about where you start, but how you finish. Moving on to the girls' 100-meter butterfly, Emma Grace Richardson topped the qualifiers with a 59.98. But it was Ins Arnold who took the gold in the final with a 59.64. What makes this race stand out is the sheer competitiveness. The top 3 finishers were separated by just 0.01 seconds. In my opinion, this event is a testament to the depth of talent in this age group. One thing that immediately stands out is how these swimmers are pushing each other to new heights. If you think about it, this kind of competition is exactly what the sport needs to keep evolving. Now, let's talk about the boys' 200-meter backstroke, where Jonathan Packles broke the 2-minute barrier for the first time, winning with a 1 minute and 59.54 seconds. Personally, I think Packles' performance is a breakout moment for him. What makes this really interesting is how he managed to outpace Grant Bellin and Nico Lee in the final 50 meters. A detail I find fascinating is 14-year-old Elliot Leisure's swim. His 2 minutes and 1.06 seconds is the 4th fastest time ever in his age group. This raises a deeper question: how much faster can these swimmers get as they mature? From my perspective, we're witnessing the next generation of backstroke talent, and it's incredibly exciting. Finally, let's touch on the 400-meter freestyle and 200-meter medley relay events. Ellie Patler's 4 minutes and 14.36 seconds in the girls' 400 free was a 3-second drop from her previous best, which is huge at this level. In the boys' race, Joyner and Edie's battle continued, with Joyner taking the win. The medley relays, though not as detailed in the recap, are always a highlight because they showcase teamwork and speed. What this really suggests is that these meets aren't just about individual glory, they're about building a foundation for future success. So, what's the big takeaway here? In my opinion, the 2026 US Junior National Championships are more than just a series of races, they are a glimpse into the future of swimming. These swimmers are pushing boundaries, breaking records, and setting new standards. If you take a step back and think about it, we're watching the next generation of Olympic hopefuls right here. What makes this really interesting is how much potential is on display, and I can't wait to see where these swimmers go from here. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into the world of swimming. Until next time, keep swimming fast and dreaming big.